Hello and welcome back to Jettisted Productions. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I'm going to be showing off my custom U.S. NATO camo Humvees. These are custom made, and I used a bunch of different sources to make the models, and I used Brickmania to help me figure out the dimensions that I need to make, and let's get started and look at them. So we have, first up, we have a just generic marine Humvee with a manned turret on top, and then we have a special forces one with rails and handguards on it to have guys hold on, and a crows and some different antennas and attachments. The minifigures I have on my vehicles are Brickmania Modern Marines V3s. I have about 4 of these right now, so a whole squad or fire team, and I really like these minifigures, and they look good to go along with my Humvees. But here's a Rocket Man. So he has a rocket launcher, and here is Team Sniper. And this is the Team Sniper, so he's got a sniper rifle and a balaclava on. But getting started, we'll look at the more generic Humvee first. So this one has an M2HB on the turret and an antenna with an American flag on it, which is also from Brickmania, and so is the M2HB, which is a brick arms. The front can open if you take off the pipe, and then it'll open a little bit and you can get inside of there. If you want to do maintenance, then close that back up. The turret is based off of a bunch of images I've looked at, and it is the most common one I've seen, and it's has mirrors on it and is an open top. I do have some closed top ones that I've made, but this is the one that I stuck with for this. So you can see kind of how that's built. It's decently fragile on the sides because of just the plates holding everything together, and on the front. But jumping into it, pulls off pretty easily, and so does the roof. It's just connected by 2 studs there. And then here's the top. Going into the actual build, there is enough room for 4 minifigures to sit down in there, and if you need more room, you can just pop off that little tray. And you got more room in there. The back opens up too, so you have full access to the inside and everything that you'd expect from like a Humvee. The back door is kind of fragile, I'd say, because as you can see, it kind of likes to fall off on me, but closes up very nicely, pretty seamlessly, if you can get it lined up right, I guess, pretty seamlessly. But the top can make it just a generic Humvee and flat. You can have a hole in it, and you can just have a guy pop out, or you can replace that with some 2x4s, which there's 2 right here. You can just get some green ones or brown ones, whatever. The bottom of it, I did try to make it a little more accurate, and I added like a drivetrain to the bottom to connect to all the wheels in the bottom, because you can see kind of how that's built. It does have the exhaust pipe, so it can swim, and then the swim pipe, which a lot of marine Humvees have, so they can go through like rivers and whatever. But then the top just snaps on like that, and you're good. All of the doors do open up. They open up like that. You can open them all up, close them, and it looks pretty good. And that is the generic Marine Humvee. And up next we have the Special Forces NATO Camo Humvee. This Humvee was my second NATO Camo Humvee I've ever built. I really liked how the first one turned out, so I decided to go ahead and try to make a second one. But I wanted to make it a little bit different, so I decided to add some Special Forces equipment plus a Crows on top. The Crows is pretty simple design, not too hard. It does have a M2HB 50 cal from Brick Arms, sold by Brickmania, and it's just pretty easy. It's pretty easily attached on there. The roof also has the turret, or I guess you wouldn't call it a turret because there's no gun on it, but a guy can poke through and fix mess with the crows if they need to. It does pop off pretty easily. It's just on some 2x4s with some tiles on top. But if you wanted to make this a generic Humvee, you really could. You just have to pop those two things off. It'd be a pretty generic Humvee. And those things are pretty easy to pop back on and whatnot. But pop those back on. You're all set with your 50 cal crows and turret. The back has a mine detection device and an antenna with some safety lights and some mud flaps. There is some more safety lights in the front and an opening front so you can get to the engine and whatever. The back opens pretty smoothly. Oops, I just broke it, of course. Back opens pretty smoothly. Besides that part just falls off sometimes. But it opens pretty smoothly to give you access to the back and part of the interior, actually. So close that back up and pop the top off. There we go. So the top has all the handlebars on it and stuff, and it's just held on by these 4 studs back here, and this little bar right here is holding it, and so it doesn't fall down into the front there. But inside, you can see there's room for 2 guys in the front, and there is room for 1 guy in the back because there's a control panel in there for the Crows operator, because they look out that, and so they can see that's the computer, so they can control the Crows on the top. And there is a simulated drivetrain because the Humvee has, or I guess it's part of the engine, because the Humvee has an engine and it runs through the middle of the Humvee, so it's a little bit higher off the ground. Yeah, so I try to simulate that. There's the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and then the Crows operator, and you can see it does go all the way through. So you can kind of see it goes all the way through. So you can open this thing up pretty well, actually. And you can fit up to 3 minifigures. And I guess you could probably fit more in the back part. But then all 4 doors do open. If I can get them. There we go. Just had to move that. All 4 doors open just like so. I did try to include some more realistic stuff onto this, and it has a angled door just like the real one does. So it has an angled slope 1x2 brick in there, so it makes it a little more realistic. It also has some like black grills on it here, and apparently they put those on there sometimes, and it will like deflect some heat, the heat signature off of it, so it makes it a little more stealthy and stuff like that. This one I did not include the drivetrain at the bottom, but I did include a hole for a exhaust pipe, so I could put an exhaust pipe in there to make it more marine-like, I guess, because it's just a generic Special Forces NATO camo one, I guess, right now. But I could add the engine pipe and the exhaust pipe into it too. So so these are them right next to each other. This one was built first, so it has a little more green in it because I didn't have that much green to build this one. So this one's more brown and black. I guess more brown, I guess. But I tried to find as much green as I could, but obviously couldn't make it the exact same as my first one. And then I load this thing out with custom Brickmania Marines. And these things are available last time I checked on Brickmania. They're like $38 each. And they come with the printed helmet, 360 printing on the body, which is really cool. And then they come with, this is a full one that you'd get. Comes with that printed caliber. So it's a brick arms with Brickmania printing on it. It looks really good. I really like these guys, so I bought quite a few of them. So I think I have full fire team here. And they all have different weapons. This guy has a rocket launcher. This guy has a machine gun. Here's a sniper. And here's the just generic rifle man. So these things can be filled with 4 guys, 3 guys, and then this one can also have a gunner, so 5 guys in this one, minus the back. So all the minifigures and M2HBs and these awesome American flag, which is fabric, is all from Brickmania. If you want to see more videos like this of custom builds or Brickmania minifigures or hauls, let me know in the comments. And see you next time on Jedi Productions.